Hello, everyone, my fellow Canadians, my fellow human beings. My name is Raphael Lewis, leader of the National Coalition Party of Canada, the NCPC. What's happening with our immigration? We all know there's something wrong with this nonsense of mass immigration that is going on in our country. And believe me, this has not been new. This is not a new phenomenon. This has been a past practices of everybody. All type of parties have been involved in this. And what is really going on is parties competing for immigrants' vote. This is very sad and very disgraceful. And this is how immigrants are treated in this country, as a platform for votes. And parties have been competing for our votes. And you're asking yourself, what is going on? Who makes sense? Why is an entire party of official educated people are making so much uneducated decision that makes no sense to the public? We have problems in our country. We have a higher rate of unemployment that we need to resolve. We have human rights for minority groups that still has not yet been done. We have senior citizens that are struggling to eat and to pay rent. We have homeless people, high rate of homeless people, it's growing. We have veterans who can't even have decent coverage of their medical insurance, of medical plans. We have all those issues, and you're wondering, why is a political party that has been elected to resolve our own problem, why are they making our problem worse? Again, and again, they are competing. This is political corruption, voters' corruption. They are competing for immigrants' votes. They're making themselves look good to the immigrants, more appealing. And even worse, what we've seen recently, the elected party has taken advantage of a crisis to jump on the opportunity to make a political stunt for our votes. The sad thing is, this is very sad and inhumane. They misrepresent our country, going abroad telling those people, come to our country, we'll resolve the crisis, we will give you a great life, we'll give you everything, we'll give you house, we'll give you fun. They misrepresent our country. And most often when they bring in those families who think they're coming for better lives, at the end of the day, their lives don't get better in time. They most often find themselves worse than they were back in their country. And I had the opportunity to speak with some refugees. They said, I wish I could go back home. Things are not better, things are worse. And that's exactly what it is over time. And those refugees don't realize that down the road, some of them have to repay the cost of the federal government bringing them to Canada. They misrepresent. And some of those immigrants, sometimes they don't even have any knowledge of any Canadian official language, neither French nor English. They don't have no knowledge of any official language, but yet you promise them the moon for cheese. This is a disgrace, and it should be investigated for human rights concern. Yes, Prime Minister, whoever is elected now, we should look to resolve our high rate of unemployment, our retirement system that is failing, our veterans who can't find decent housing and decent medical plans and cannot even eat. We need to solve our own Canadians sleeping on streets. We need to reduce the number of people eating unhealthy food at Soup Kitchen, they're all Canadians. Why don't you focus on these problems to resolve them? The National Coalition Party of Canada, the NCPC, of which I'm a leader, is the only party with the right approach. We need immigrants in our country. We need immigrants in Canada on a need-by-need basis. And what I mean from that, let's say, for example, we resolve our high unemployment rate problem. We resolve our budgetary fiscal problem. We put this country on a road to prosperity, and we have jobs that are becoming in demand, and we don't have enough human resources to respond to those demands. Then we go and recruit. Immigration should be a recruitment, not a process of mass displacement of human beings, making false promise to them of better lives, and when they come to the country, down the road, their lives become worse and worse than what it was. This is inhumane. This is a matter that should be investigated by human rights institutions. This is a human rights issue. And mostly it's political corruption, because those people, those parties, those elected officials, they know well that this is not the right way. And they misrepresent themselves abroad, and they misrepresent our country, and they make us look down the road all the problem as long as they get reelected. And immigration, a sound immigration policy, is on a need-by-need basis. And now we have all those political parties, all those so-called, excuse me, I don't mean no disrespect, but all those leaders competing for new leadership, they're trying to come and tell us again a fairy tale, how they have the best approach for immigration. But what they're not telling you is they are competing amongst themselves to make themselves look good, to appeal for immigrant votes. That's what it is. And they need to come out. It's a disgrace. They need to come out and start thinking right for the nation. Start thinking what is right. Do the right thing for the country and for the people. And this inhuman practices of misrepresentation, down the road you bring people promising them a good life, but down the road their life is become worse than it was back home. We need to stop this inhuman practices and stop thinking about re-election politicians. Stop thinking about fixing our own problem. And don't tell me that the way to fix our homelessness, high rate of unemployment, Soup Kitchen is full, shelter, veterans struggling for housing and food. Don't tell me that a good immigration policy is going to solve those socioeconomic problems. No one's gonna buy these lies. Please don't tell Canadians any more lies than you have been in the past years. Thank you very much. And again, my name is Raphael Lewis, leader of the National Coalition Party. We're the only party in Canada that has the right approach, solve our problem first, and then recruit more immigrants on a need-by-need, case-by-case basis. This is how we have a strong immigration policy where people can truly come to Canada and experience the Canadian dream and make their life better when they come to this country, not worse. Thank you. And have a great day. My name is Raphael Lewis, leader of the National Coalition Party of Canada.